What's the scene, people? This is Matthew and
Ricardo.
and
Summer.
and this is our third, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
This is our third Trini Critics League collab. We welcome in Ricardo Medina to the fold here.
Hello.
We collaborate together on our podcast called BS Beats and Bailey. We hit 100, so we feel like a bite of shilling here. We feel real proud of ourselves and whatnot.
Kudos, guys.
Yeah. But today, we all took in Avengers Infinity War, and I hope that you guys did. If you haven't, well, it's there. Please go see it. It's awesome. But today we're going to do something a little bit interesting. We're going to count down our top 5 best and worst Marvel, MCU movies that has come out over the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Right. Now, in terms of worst, we're not saying they're like The Room bad or Manos the Hands of Fate bad, but just like, all right, if I were binging these shows, I'd probably just skip these shows and just jump into the real, to the bigger films, basically, right?
Right.
Right. So,
So it's
before
more
we...
about rewatchability.
Yes, rewatchability. Is that what
And then just your level of expectation as well.
Yeah.
Right, so before we get into that, I'm just going to read through with my list here. Oops, I was wrong. The 19 films that we've gotten so far.
Wow.
Right, from 2008 to now. So first off, we have Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, The First Avenger, Marvel's The Avengers,
Yes.
Iron Man 3, Thor The Dark World, I kind of find it good, but Captain America, The Winter Soldier,
Yeah, boy.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, Age of Ultron. When I'm in a mood, I'll watch it, but Ant-Man, not bad, it's good, yeah. Captain America, Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, and Avengers Infinity War. So, what do you think we should start with? Let me start with the worst, right?
Yeah.
So, Summer, ladies first, what is your top 5 worst MCU movie?
You want all of them?
We'll try them
Okay.
out.
You just round them off. Yeah.
Well, for me, it's The Incredible Hulk,
Okay.
Iron Man 2, Thor 2,
Okay.
Thor,
Okay.
and Ant-Man.
Alright.
Dun, dun.
In no particular order, right?
In no particular order.
All right.
In no particular order.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Your reasons behind those picks?
I've enjoyed these for varying reasons. For instance, the first Thor is one of the most visually dynamic films, I think, in the bunch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, I love it for that. But these are just movies that I wouldn't seek out, like you guys said, if I'm watching these over. Ant-Man caught me off guard because I rewatched all of these in preparation for Infinity, and I was like, okay, it wasn't it first time around. I enjoyed it a lot. There are some strong performances there.
Yeah.
I love these guys in terms of the characters, and the visuals were fine. The Edgar Wright stuff worked for me.
Right.
Yeah.
But in terms of rewatchability, I don't know if that's a word, but I'm saying it. I don't find it. I'm not drawn to it.
And admittedly, it's one of those films that even if Edgar Wright was in charge, I'm sure it would have been much better than what we got.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people complain, oh well, it definitely
Yeah.
needed Edgar Wright, and a lot of people complain about that. But
Maybe he works better like a Hawkeye, just like an assisting character, but you don't really need your own movie.
Yeah, totally agree.
Right. But it was funny enough, and well.
At the time, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Right, I had a lot of fun in
left
theaters with
happy,
it.
but in rewatching it, I was like, this is one of the more mediocre ones to me.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's because of the character himself of Ant-Man. Not saying that he's not a great hero, but it's just that, like, you have this pantheon of great heroes. You have your Iron Man, you have your Captain America and whatnot, and then you have Ant-Man, a guy who could shrink and maximize his body and stuff. It's like, all right, cool. It could make for some, visual gags and some great laughs, and you get that. But other than that, that's really all there is to it. There wasn't really any real stakes until they put him into Civil War. It's like, okay, that's what you could do.
And Rudder's Lang is not that compelling when you boil everything down. It's like, well, he's funny kind of, and the Baskin Robbins joke. Okay, great, but it wasn't all that likable. They made the relationship with the daughter worked in the family. That's all right, but. Yeah.
For me too, like with the others, again, I don't dislike Thor 2 as much as other people do, but at the same time, the villain was such a throwaway villain. It was when Marvel was making these weaker villains that they really couldn't connect with them.
Yeah, it was Chris Eccleston, I think.
Yes,
I was
think
like,
so.
like Chris Eccleston, Ninth Doctor, great guy,
Yeah,
love him.
exactly.
Of course,
I was like, one of the least memorable villains that there's out there, and I'm listing him equal to Abomination in terms of
Oh my God.
really underutilized.
You know?
Script itself was okay, but again, a lot of it just fell flat.
The stuff that works for me there is the Thor Loki connection.
Right.
Well, Incredible Hulk. Now I will say this is my favorite Bruce Banner.
Oh no, like
right? I love Bruce Banner, but the
Well,
movie itself, you know, it was Marvel in its early stages.
Right.
They're still finding their feet, still finding their voice.
I know there's a strong contingent of fans that like the Edward Norton.
But I will find you a little on the kind of serious side, but I guess that's the point because he's so tortured inside as, you know.
Right, that was the tone he was going for at the time.
Yes, he was going for that TV series version of Banner, that sad, isolated version. And of course, Iron Man 2. I mean, with the exception of that fantastic fight sequence in the end, I really love that final War Machine Iron Man against all the other robots.
I thought that was a great
But it's too
scene.
short, right? It ends too soon, and again, another throwaway villain, you know?
Right, so Ricardo, what is your top
so my
5
list is almost identical to Summers. This is in a kind of order. So, worst to best, Iron Man 2, Thor 2, Hulk, that is Incredible Hulk, Thor, and Avengers Age of Ultron.
Now we bring it up.
Right, so again, roughly the same things with respect to all the other 4 movies, but Age of Ultron was not intrinsically the worst thing ever for me, but it was a huge letdown.
Right.
Huge letdown to what I was expecting. I mean, you have Ultron, you have so much to do with his material. You could have do this with it. You could actually make Ultron like an actual AI on the internet. They could have do so much more with Ultron, and
they touch on that, but they don't go into it.
Everything is just
escape into the
everything
internet,
is just lip service, and they didn't give
snarkiness.
didn't give a good job. And I like a lot what they did, like dialogue wise and whatnot, but it just didn't gel together. Edit was kind of clumsy. The stakes of the matter, I really didn't care for what Ultron was about in the end. Like the whole asteroid thing, hated it. I would have done something different. So many things they could have changed. Look, I love Joss Whedon to that. I'm actually still defend him in the fanboy segments. But they could have done more with this. And again, you could probably complain, oh, this person behind the scenes messing up and so on. But sorry, that's the final product we got. And it was from what I expected and what I wanted, I didn't get that. And
it's very much a duplicate of Avengers in a lot of ways.
Right.
And I think we were expecting them to step it up at that point in time. I do love James Spader as Ultron though, because I think that whole aspect of it, where they change it up, where Tony Stark's mind is almost part, you know, it's part of the
they do a good job, right? So they do a good job of, like, I get, okay, so personally, I like that they made him basically a dark inversion of Tony. You get that. That's the logic, right? He's Tony's son, quote unquote, right? And that works. But you should have played more serious. If they did what they did in the trailers, it came across as serious. By the way, I still consider Age of Ultron one of the best trailers out there. I mean, kind of reminiscent of some of the DC movies, these excellent trailers, and then the final product just a big letdown. And they could have done so much more. Another thing I would have done is I would have characters die in that. Or at least you think
more than one character.
Maybe one.
They kill off Quicksilver because
didn't care about Quicksilver, whatever. But I would have killed off a bigger Avenger. I'd kill off a bigger Avenger, probably do something more serious with it as a second film.
I think it was the perfect opportunity to actually to maybe kill off Hawkeye.
Because they could have killed off Hulk in a way.
No, okay, so
they build to it and then they rip it away, but then it's established he's the heart, quote unquote heart of the team.
So my Monday morning quarterback thinking about it was I would have killed Thor. And what I would do with that is that you simply kill Thor, I'd throw him in the afterlife. And you'd have be the father, and then because of that, that would have lead to Ragnarok. So you'd have be the same. So you could have lead to Ragnarok and roughly the same. And do the same story anyway, but because of the events. And then that would have more emotional impact for Civil War. Age of Ultron is a big disappointment. They could have done more with it. I'd have do more with Ultron. Like another big problem I had with Ultron was it was just an army of guys running around. And I would have Ultron like swarming about. And again, all of this is Monday morning quarterbacking on my part, but they could have do more with it. I don't know.
Okay, so my 5, I'm just running it in true of chronological order, right? So Iron Man 2, obvious. My reasons being is because it just fell under the whole, all right, we want to bring in more characters here, so let's squeeze in not Scarlet Witch. Scarlett Johansson's character, Black Widow. Oops, my bad. Yeah, let's squeeze her in here. Then we have an Olivia Munn cameo here. They would just make it bigger, but not like make it bigger and better, but like lacking in the substance of what the movie was about.
Yeah, it was clumsy. It was really clumsy.
Yeah. Let's have a scene where Iron Man is drunk and he picks up a fight with War Machine.
That was a low point.
That actually,
that was a low point.
I mean,
they had
it's addressing an aspect of the comic that at that point didn't need to be addressed.
Exactly. Yeah. No, but one of the parts of the movie, I remember how flat it felt when he figured out the molecule thing. And then they had him like this big scene, and the hologram went out, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, and let's have a moment where we have to bring in the vibranium on Captain America's shield and then hint at what's going on there. Yeah. It was just so much things going on.
A lot of world building and no real content.
That's the problem. Is that they tried to make a shield movie, but they tried to do Iron Man movie one time.
And then you bring in Nick Fury, and then they were no problem with his performance, Samuel Jackson. Yeah. But then there was literally a moment when the film stops and they're at a restaurant and it's like, oh well, Tony, I'm telling you, blah blah blah. It's like, come on. Yeah, it was just too much going on and little to no story. And then we have to talk about Whiplash. I was going to say that Whiplash. One of the most unmemorable characters I have ever seen.
Him talking about his bird was the funniest thing to me. I liked Sam Rockwell, your boy. As Justin Hammer. I thought it was a good call, but again, they could have done more with the whole. Like if it was up to me, Mandarin would have come straight into this one.
Right.
But I would have changed up Mandarin. Like I kind of like what it did with Mandarin in Iron Man 3. I thought what that whole thing was very clever. Even though it didn't have a payoff, I still don't hate Iron Man 3 because the good outweighs the bad, in my opinion.
Yes.
But either make like a Mandarin a straight up Chinese counterpart to Sony Star. Like he just own a Chinese company.
Right.
And then link it to Justin Hammer.
I see what you mean, modernize the character.
Modernize the character. You still have him Chinese instead of doing this Bin Laden thing. Whatever. I like what he did with it, whatever. And they hinted at it at the beginning with North Korea was doing, they had a suit and other countries were trying to do a suit. And they could do some with this. And they just do Justin Hammer kind of doing it. And again, I like Sam Rockwell, him with his crazy, James Brown.
He was almost
feet.
like a watered down, trying too hard to be Tony Stark. And I think it works so well, he pulled it off.
Right. Him with the James Brown feet dancing, great. But it just didn't gel together. Again, the action was okay, but fell flat.
Speaking of Iron Man 3, that's also on my list here. And yes, I respect Shane Black. I mean, I love what he did with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I know he wanted to go for that more kind of raw with Iron Man 3, but it just kind of almost felt like a far departure from the style and substance, if you will, that we got from Iron Man 1 and 2. It's more like, okay, I want to do my own thing, but it just kind of deviates so far from its source material in a way. It's almost like you're watching two different films, But just both of them starring Robert Downey Jr. And the Mandarin twist, I mean, I let that slide out. I thought it was kind of cool. But then when you had, I forgot who the real villain, Guy Pearce, come in and say, I am Mandarin. I'm like, that Mandarin.
Okay, so again, one of the reasons why these movies work is that they're supposed to be for kids. Yes, look, these movies are for 7-year-olds. That's what they're for. But when you're putting the little political subtext in it, it works. And basically they just did the whole fake Bin Laden conspiracy theory thing, which I thought was so well done.
I thought so too.
But it needed a payoff.
Yes, and there was none.
Didn't have that.
My real issue, again, I know a lot of people, let's say 90%, maybe 80%, they don't read the comics, they're just seeing the movies.
Right.
But as somebody who loved that extremist storyline, I think it's one of the best Iron Man storylines ever done. I was disappointed with how it was handled. Because it's so good and the content is there. And this is an issue I have with DC as well, where you have written awesome books. Stick to that. Turn that into a screenplay and give me that. But I'm with you guys. I don't really have an issue with the Mandarin aspect of it.
And one of the big problems with Mandarin was that character. You could have done one or two things. They wasn't going to do the racist Fu Manchu thing. They were not going to. But I would have just have him be, he was just a kind of religious, but he's a business guy. He looks neat. Have him be.
You can make him a zealot, but still make him.
But still have him look modern.
Exactly.
But whatever. What they did with it, I liked because of that big twist where they hit us with. But that needed a payoff. It didn't have it. Gwyneth Paltrow being action girl didn't work.
It didn't work at all.
The final action sequence with these suits were kind of cool, but I would have done that faster and more clever. Whatever.
Okay.
Right. My third one is actually a Thor film, and no, it's not The Dark World. Because I actually kind of like The Dark World.
Really?
No, number 3 is the first Thor.
Right.
Respect to Kenneth Branagh. Great actor, great director when he gets the chance to do that. But and I understand why he wanted to bring in this whole theatrical Shakespearean side to it. But
it's his forte, yeah.
Yeah. But he could have kept with that, but instead we had to do the whole fish out of water story, and to me that is where the story just took this like abrupt halt. It's like, okay, let's have fun showing Thor walking around and asking for beer and give me a horse and all that kind of stuff. It just stopped the story right there, and then it was just taking so long. Even when the robot came down, it's like, all right, go back to Asgard.
I like Natalie Portman, but she does not want to be in this.
I know, boy.
As one too. I was mentioning this a little earlier, where the big problem is that so they should have done the Donald Blake cripple thing with him and Kane, and they should have done that. And we got that with Steve Rogers. We got to see Chris Evans as tiny guy, and then he becomes big guy. They should have done that.
So we know he can do it.
We know exactly. We know the technology is possible. So they should have made that effort. And because in the end of the day, you lose your powers. Okay, great, but you're still looking like hunky beefcake guy. So I couldn't. At no point I was empathizing.
Terrible wig. That hair. Oh
I didn't even pick up on
no,
that.
Rewatching it, why is his hair so blonde? And I actually found out that I think it was Brana was saying he wished he had told them to leave his hair the natural color because it didn't work. But
and that was the problem. At no point I was sympathizing with this character in any way. Like, yes, he had his low points, but it's like only because the movie told me he has his low points. As in, the music is playing now. Feel sad. And like, no. Hawkeye cameo was nice, kind of cool. That was alright, but that's about it.
My number 4 is Avengers: Age of Ultron. Personally, I felt that there was just too much subplots going on. So you want to squeeze in Wakanda and Black Panther, so you bring in, Ulysses, Claw here, and then you have this thing going on with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver over there, and there's all these things going on, and you want to bring in Vision. It's like, all right, just focus on a real story. What's going on? Is it about Ultron? Is it about all these little subplots that will lead to future movies? Come on,
the big problems I had with so again, to just continue from an earlier point, what I've done with it is, again, I'd probably have a scene in Wakanda, like just as a final thing. Like, again, my version was, instead of the asteroid thing, was Claw would tell him, you know where to get more of those, this vibranium, and the vibranium body is that. Right? As I said, remember when I killed Thor? I would have killed Thor. His body would have walked away, and the hammer goes to follow him. But here's what the hammer does: says, "Hey, this fight's still going on." The hammer comes back. He decides to help out. And they was leading. Remember they had the opening sequence with Steve thing. Have Steve wield the hammer for the fight. Stuff like that. They could have done some epic moments in it. I remember somebody was complaining, Marvel not gonna do that in this second movie. And it's like, them destroy the hammer anyway. So like,
And last, Ant-Man by.
Really?
And I mean, I enjoy it, right? From a visual perspective, especially seeing it in 3D, seeing the depth of field and all that kind of stuff, really cool. But I felt it took quite long to get to him in the suit, just the build up to him becoming Ant-Man took quite some time.
I saw that with you, right?
I think so. I can't remember. Michael Douglas was great. I mean, the cast was great. Paul Rudd, all those are great. The villain...
This is where you see that.
Don't really remember the villain that much.
The villain thing, I'm tired of, and I'm glad they've stopped it because
they kind of continue it
with
Killmonger.
Right. I did complain about that in my Black Panther review, but they did. We get that here. We get Yellow Jacket versus it doesn't always have to be a mirror villain.
Logically, it worked.
It
so
works,
I didn't have a big issue with it. I thought he was one of the darkest villains. Like that murder scene we did with the shrimp thing. That's like, whoa, that come out of the way.
So yes, now we are focusing on the top 5, the easy part, right? The best of the MCU movies. Kind of easy and kind of hard. Kind of just so much great films, so much entertaining films. I would say, but really, and I mean, we could say 10 of them are great, or at least 10. But in this case, we had to pick 5, boys. So, Ricardo, what are your top 5?
Top 5 in its order. Let's see, boy, it's kind of tough, but we go. Black Panther, number 5.
Wakanda Forever. All right.
Number 4. This is a hard one, but more and more think about it, I probably should freshen my mind. But number 4, Civil War.
All right.
Okay.
Because this movie is fresh in my mind now, Infinity War, number 3.
Right.
I thought that was pretty good. Also, when you think about it, and I saw it a second time. Awesome. Number 2, the first Avengers.
All right.
Okay.
First Avengers. I mean, it's just how much of a landmark it was.
Right.
Number one, it's still my favorite, still works. Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll do my top 5 one time, right?
Sure.
So in chronological order. Sorry. First, Iron Man.
Okay.
Who would have thought that this movie, for one thing, would have been so great? I was never like a big Iron Man fan. Like there was the cartoon, didn't really care for that.
Yeah.
But
was anybody ever really an Iron Man?
Not really.
fan?
He was always
Yeah.
a C character, but,
but
he modernized perfectly for what they
yes,
wanted.
exactly. And then of course, who could forget the end credit scene that just blew
That
everybody
started-
away.
that started.
When we heard the words Avengers Initiative,
Yeah.
we just went crazy.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god.
No, I didn't think of that at all because I remember when there was you're saying all the entire words of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, we have to shorten that. And then you say S.H.I.E.L.D. at the end, and that your brain now catch it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, at the time, everybody on YouTube was like, you're supposed to stay. But the crowd's like, what? What is
Yeah.
this? Whatever.
That's how we learned that you don't walk out on a Marvel movie.
Exactly. And when they did the whole Samuel Jackson, because they were drawing in Ultimate, right? The
Right.
Ultimate Marvel version.
Right.
They drawing him and looking like Sam Jackson. So
Yes.
your logic was, well, what are they going to do with this? So and then they just straight up do it. I was like, well,
Yes.
word.
Yeah.
Well, word.
Exactly.
We have something going on here. This is something.
Yeah.
For me, Iron Man 1, a lot of that works. Like,
Yeah.
holy crap. It barely scraped off from a list.
Yeah.
From a top 5. But yeah, that just see with the tank.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
And just turn around. I remember seeing that in
Yeah,
Comic Con.
walking in slow-mo
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah, cool guys walk away from explosions.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
everything about that movie works. A lot of it works.
All right.
Yeah.
So my number 4, just looking at the page here, is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
For one thing, it just introduces to a whole new world. Yes, to quote the song from Aladdin. Haha. It was like this generation Star Wars in a way. It just drew so heavily from just not just from sci-fi, but also just psychedelic songs and whatnot. It had its own soundtrack, its own feel. It had characters that I personally never heard or saw before, and I just fell in love with these characters in more ways than one. Just the creativity, from the visuals, the storytelling. And just making us care about these characters. And then most importantly, like I said before, just that music. The soundtrack for this is dope. It's dope, And yeah, I just really, really dug Guardians of the Galaxy. The second one really hit me more emotionally, but the first one, that was the one that really set the standard. Number 3 is Marvel's The Avengers, right? That was the movie that proved that I knew everybody was like, okay, this is a comic book fan's dream come true. We've never really seen this before on the big screen, and they managed to do it. They built it up properly. They gave your characters. Well, not everybody got their movie. Like for one thing, Hawkeye and Black Widow didn't get their own films, but but somehow Josh Whedon roped them into the film well. Hulk, like a badass. Loki really stood out to me. Like he was less of the kind of douchey, kind of whiny character from the first Thor movie, and he was like, oh well. Yeah, I gotta set my game up here, and he did that well.
I mean, the mere fact they pulled that on screen for the first time. I mean, that circle shot with
Of course, just that one shot alone,
classic,
that's just
classic,
timeless.
classic.
And of course, we had that epic theme song. That theme song that to this day still gives me goosebumps.
When you hear it,
And this one was a step up because it's the first time you started hear, like for a while, it's like, wait, single movies can make $1 billion? That's the first time. And now it's commonplace. Like if you didn't make the $1 billion, that's a thing. But then that was a big deal. Very few movies did that. And just to say, oh shit, a comic book movie.
Comic book movie did that.
We reach. So they really make it.
Right.
Love that movie on almost every level.
Same here.
So well.
My number 2, ironically enough, is Avengers Infinity War. Because that movie literally did what I didn't expect they could have done, which is just basically take our favorite characters and just put them emotionally through hell. They gave us a great villain in the form of Thanos. He is easily the best villain in the MCU, hands down thus far. Forget Killmonger, forget Loki. Thanos is the man at this moment here right now.
I put Killmonger slightly higher still, but...
Well, because of his motivation.
Because
and he has some great one-liners.
Yes, no, Killmonger's better pathos.
Right.
However,
there was some gut punches, just a lot of emotional moments. But most importantly, what I really love about this movie is that you got all of your favorite characters. All these characters that you've been following and supporting and loving for the past 10 years. I just put them into one movie and everybody got their moment to shine. Some more than others, but still everybody came in and just delivered. From the cast, crew, everybody just came through and killed it. And my number 1 is the only MC movie currently that I have on Blu-ray, and that is Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I will never forget the first time, or both of us we saw it together. I was blown away. This transcended.
I remember when the movie just ended, and I just turned to Matthew. I was like, Matthew, was that better than Avengers?
I know, right?
Because you could take with these movies you take, alright, Avengers gonna be the they spend all their resources and creativity and effort on it. And holy crap.
I'm sorry, I just love this movie so much. And so I show it off again. I'll leave the glares and make sure you see it properly. Right.
Excellent action in this.
Yes.
Oh my god,
the best fight sequences.
That street fight.
So far.
Yeah.
And I include Civil War in this argument.
Yeah.
Best fight sequence.
That
scene between Winter
so well
Soldier.
done.
Yeah.
So this movie transcended its comic book
Material,
origins.
yeah.
It's a full legit action movie. It is
a
nail
spy
biting.
thriller
It is tense.
designed. It's a spy thriller that happens to have heroes in it from comic books.
So they had Robert Redford. So you know, 3 days to the
Yes.
Condor, you do that.
Yes.
They do the whole. The best part for me, the best part of the movie is when Zola explained the plan.
Right.
Oh yes. That
so
big
goddamn-
reveal
that was
that
so goddamn cool.
Hydra was in Shield all
Right.
along.
But
Oh my
so
God.
why I like that sequence is because how it cut together and edit.
Right.
And they do it just like, okay, I don't know if you know a person called Adam Curtis. That is what I like about these Marvel writers. They constantly cater to these borderline conspiracy theory stuff.
Right.
Because conspiracy theories is BS in the real world. When you apply it in a comic book, it's totally work as a story pointer.
Yeah.
And it just feel like an Adam Curtis documentary at a certain point. And it's like, what did you not realize? And they just cut and you see a big list of people go and get killed off. I'm like, well, this is hardness.
I just totally love this movie. This was my favorite movie of, I think it was 2014 it came out, right?
Yeah.
That was my top favorite
It
movie
really
of
caught me
2014.
off
It
guard.
still
Really caught
stands.
me off guard.
Not just as a superhero movie, but just as an action movie, as a full tilt suspense movie. I love this. This is my number one, Winter Soldier.
The elevator scene alone, Dread.
Oh my god, yes. Anybody who doesn't want to do this,
it's how they build up the scene. It's how they build up the scene. Now we get funny.
With more guys
Yeah,
coming in.
and there's a bunch of goddamn people coming in. And then there's two huge dudes come in front.
Yes.
And of course, with the crossbows. And the crossbows so skeevy though.
Yes.
They make it work. Yeah.
Alright, so Summer, ladies last now. Right, what is your top 5?
I cheated a little bit, but I'll get there. My number 5 would be Captain America: Civil War.
Okay.
No, but I wanted to have it to the list so bad.
Yeah.
Just because of the whole. This is how they managed to split everybody down the middle of the Avengers.
I don't like the Civil War storyline for the screen because I love the Civil War storyline for the comics.
No, right. So here's the thing.
But,
Here's the thing. Is the exact
Not too
opposite.
familiar with it, but I felt it was a little too cluttered.
Exactly.
Right.
I like, okay, Civil War was great in the comic. Like all the justification. But it changed again. The Russos make such intelligent decisions with translating it to turn it into a movie.
Yeah.
I was like, but when you boil it down and streamline everything, you realize this kind of better than the comic. And like when they reveal what I hated the comic at the end, when they reveal like what Iron Man's really about.
Right. Yeah.
Guys, come on, like it should be a real thing.
Right.
I hated that. But when they do it with this, it's like, okay, boom, 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 and they had it as a big thing. It gets smaller, and then it gets smaller.
Right.
And at the end, it's like, oh, why are you doing this? It's for a small personal reason. And then
yes.
why? Well, Zemo, when they revealed what Zemo was doing, as even smaller personal reason.
Yeah.
Which worked.
Yeah.
And there's had a workable fallout. Like,
what the stuff that didn't work for me really
Right.
is the whole Captain America aspect of it.
Right.
Because
Really?
he gets really dark in the Civil War storyline to the point where he's realizing he's losing himself and he's becoming the villain that he's fought all these years not to be. And I felt like we should have seen a little bit more of that. But like you said, they personalized it.
Yeah.
With it being more just about the Bucky and the loyalty and all this sort of stuff, you know. All of that is why this would make my top 5. Because granted, like I said, I like the comics a little bit more.
Right.
But and of course that action sequence.
Yeah, you forgot to mention that
That
battle royale
the movie is
thing.
built around that action sequence.
It's really insane. It's really kind of clumsy in many ways, like it is in the edit. But
they pull it
It's
off.
just so fun, you don't even care.
So much fun.
And then of course we have Spider-Man, and they fix Spider-Man in 7 minutes?
Yep.
They fix Spider-Man, so I have to give real props for that.
Right.
My number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Woo!
As somebody who loved Star Wars growing up, they did it. They gave them Star Wars for this generation. They took all the stuff that works with indie and Star Wars, and like you said, this for me was the first Marvel movie where Marvel looked like they said, you know what? take it and run with it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
That's what you're really get a sense
We're not
of.
going to
crazy
step
with
in because
Well, not
nobody
crazy,
knows
but
these
creative with it.
characters.
Right.
See what you can do. And they managed to make these characters as lovable. So that's why this would make my list.
Right.
My number 3 is Infinity War.
Right.
Woo!
Right. I mean, this movie, I'm still digesting it. I've seen it twice so far and I'm still digesting it, but there's so much to this movie that works well. It does show strain here and there in terms of, like you said, that time frame and trying to give everybody their equal screen time. Because there are times where the transition feels a little forced.
Right, no,
especially
okay, so
the Thor stuff.
That arc doesn't work so well. But the one thing that was a little jarring for me is they had the scene and then they cut to the memory with Gamora and Thanos.
Oh, like when I watched
that
it,
was
it
jarring.
kind of make a little sense.
Right, that was a little jarring. But because you could only piece together what's going on visually, but it's like, wow, that could have
fit
a
somewhere
better.
else.
Better,
so it is strain at the seams. The CG is a little wonky. I in the battle sequence in Wakanda too, I did notice a little wonkiness in the look of War Machine and Hulkbuster.
Oh, I was more looking at the cliche creatures. I was like,
Bruce's head in the War Machine outfit look a little off.
Yeah, right.
Thanos when he was walking about with Gamora, a little bit look a little.
Yeah, just a little wonky here and there. I would like to see a little more use of practical. I think they have the money to do it. Do stuff practical in certain scenes like that. Like I said, Bruce's head in that. Build a Hulkbuster. I'm sorry, build one and make it look more natural. Just for that.
But the thing is, like, wait, you could put yourself straight in a Hulkbuster without Iron Man suit. Like, I didn't follow that, but it's like that's why I find they could have just have him just get another suit.
Right.
Whatever.
But Thanos as a villain and the theology behind it, and I could people watch me like I was crazy because I say, you know what, I get it.
Right. Okay, so here's why it works. You see, good villains need good broken arguments. So it's an argument that's good at face value, but it's really a mental patient kind of logic.
Yeah.
And they make that work. So it's kind of similar to Killmonger in that sense. They have this, we need to just straight up do revenge.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
just
when you think about it, it's like, no, that's a really terrible idea.
Exactly.
But you're going to get away with it. Yeah. And a lot of people complain, the plan not logical. It's like, no, it's not.
It's not.
That's the point.
There's a broken logic to it.
Yeah, that's why they call him the Mad Titan.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane, but you get it. Especially somebody who's been through what he's been through.
Yeah.
So, and the emotional stuff with Gamora. It's just so much to process here. This stuff with Peter and Tony and that whole father-son dynamic. I mostly loved it. I really did.
Yeah.
You know?
With this movie, I personally go a little darker with it personally.
I was thinking they were going to go darker, but then it's Disney, so, you know.
No, it makes sense. It doesn't sound dark.
The reaction of the audience that I was with both times was so... They were so traumatized that I think if they went darker, they might have had people fall up in a corner.
When Black Panther disappeared, I heard an audible gasp.
Yes.
When Peter started to disappear, I heard some gasp. So like, all right. I don't know. I'd do like more side characters disappearing. Really
I agreed with that.
Right.
Yeah, I would have loved to see with Hawkeye, and so that would have really.
Hawkeye family.
Hawkeye
family could have been The thing is, I thought they were setting it up, but they didn't do it. Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
It would have been. You could have gone back to that.
No, I thought they'd have the baby. So remember, she was trying to call him when he was on the ship. He dug on the ship, and she was trying to call him.
But is it confirmed that she's pregnant? She's telling
No, it's not. No, they were about to get married.
Right.
That's the point I'm making. He said he had a dream.
Yes.
Of her being pregnant.
Right.
That's a big. So I was like, all right, she really pregnant.
Yes.
He set it up.
Yeah.
Dream don't mean nothing, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
It's team, right?
Because maybe she is and she doesn't know she is at
right.
that
And then
point.
that's the thing. When that's why I thought they was going to do it. That she was trying to call him.
Yes.
She was trying to call him.
Yeah, she kept telling me I have to come back. Yeah.
So why I thought he was going to do it? That she tried to call him. They would just cut to her on the phone with her
pregnancy test. Yes.
And then at the end, you see her. She alive, but she feeling weird.
Oh my
God.
Yeah.
No. I think with another director, you would have had some long montage where you're seeing the relatives and friends of all these characters and they're dying and stuff like that. It would have been different.
Just a minute extra, not major. If Pixar could do it up, Marvel could do it.
Yeah.
Great.
Right, so what's your number 2?
I'm cheating on number 2. Because for me, equal feels. Iron Man and the Avengers.
All right.
Yeah. Because in rewatching it, both movies, I was like, this is gonna be something epic.
Yeah.
I remember that feeling watching the Avengers. in cinema, Hulk just destroying everything and me just there clinging to my seat
exactly.
like, yes!
I was one of those like, okay, so when I saw it the first time in IMAX, the problem with it, nobody like was balling for scenes, and what I suspect happened is that all these idiots, people who, I don't understand why people just do this. People just go to the way to watch something and say they see it before. It's like, yeah, but you're ruining the experience when you finally see it.
Right.
When Hulk transformed,
Yes.
pretty god that was something.
And how he do it was with I'm always angry. You know, like I love that line.
Yeah, only two people were cheering because we saw it. The other scene where they show in the trailer when Hulk saved Iron Man at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of sell it out.
Yes,
So yeah, stuff like that.
By the way, I avoided all trailers for Infinity War. I refused to watch anything. So,
oh really?
Yeah, absolutely. I've done the same
I
thing
watch
with,
them. I'll avoid the TV spots.
Same thing with Deadpool. I have not watched anything except that Celine Dion video and the
Good
first
for
trailer.
you. Can you be surprised by the stuff?
I don't want to know. I
Right.
don't want to know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for me, the reaction, the feels that I get when I think back to these both movies are the same.
Right.
And they, where Iron Man basically gave us a yes, this can be done feeling.
Yes.
Avengers was the culmination
Yes,
of that.
Yes.
Yeah,
That just shoot everything to the stratosphere.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you really didn't think it would be that big.
Yes.
I didn't think it would be that good. I didn't think it would have pulled it off. Like, it could have easily be a disaster.
It could have. It
And
really could have.
they just-
And
they
we've
just-
seen it.
Of DC proportions.
Yes, we've seen it
Oh.
not work.
Right, exactly.
So
Because,
we
you
know what it could have looked like if
Exactly.
it had gone wrong, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And of course, my number one, I'm with these guys, Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
This movie is just fantastic. It's a spy thriller that just happened to have superheroes in it. And especially with the way the world is now, look at what's happening with Facebook.
Right. All the
And
surveillance
that
stuff.
argument of surveillance
Yeah.
and holding a gun over people's head is not making, is that really keeping them safe?
Yeah.
We get to see a Cap that is becoming more jaded.
Yes.
He's tired. He's, how long am I going to fight for people who are not telling me the truth?
Yeah, which
You
is a perfect story arc right there. I love that.
And I love the Falcon friendship as well because he needed a friend like Falcon, somebody who understood what he's been going through. So he's a soldier as well. And I love that line when he turns to Nick and he says, I do what he does, only slower. It's just fantastic.
And of course, and Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, badass.
And I ship them. I'm the girl in the group. I want them to be together so badly. I think it works,
they work together. They
especially
have
what
that
you
great
see in
chemistry
Winter
together.
Soldier.
Yeah.
So I hope they go that way and they put them together finally, especially with all these people.
Agent
That after the events of Infinity, I think it's even more possible. So.
Yeah. Again, don't have to say much more.
Yeah.
This movie.
Don't have to show this again. Y'all know.
It kicked 7 types of ass.
Yes.
Yes,
And it made me very aware of who are these Russo brothers and where can I get more
because
of what
I
they
was
do.
big fans of those since the days of Arrested Development. So
Right.
it was like they did episodes of Community, I think.
It made me seek them out, and
Right.
this is what these movies do. When I see certain movies, like when I saw The Arrival, when I saw Gravity, when I saw Inception, you just want to, who did this and where can I see more of what they've done?
Yeah.
And that's when I hear Russo's names called now, I'm on board.
Yeah, they have shown themselves to be so conscientious with the material.
Yes.
They balance it,
Yes,
they balance
most
it well.
importantly.
They balance it well. They make smart calls in terms of like, okay, this is what we need to do with this character now. This is how you do this. And just everything just so well thought out. Yes, you could play money quarterback, but it's like, no, what you would have done in their place.
Yes.
You probably would have messed this up. Like again, you could say all this nice stuff. That's probably nerds on the internet.
Yeah.
They just tippity tapping in all caps, thinking they have better ideas.
Right.
Sometimes they do, but ideas is not a movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Ideas is not a
It's
screenplay.
true.
Ideas is not getting actors and casting.
It's
Ideas is
true.
not, and they just get everything done for. And they do a really good job for what we got.
And this is not, you see, what I think a lot of people, you
by the
can't
way,
even look at it, sorry, you
Yeah,
can't
go ahead,
look
no,
at
you're
it movie by movie all the time.
Right.
There has to be an aspect of it where this is a chess game, I have to take 2 and 3 moves ahead.
Right.
So
Yes.
like you said,
With your
people
audience, yeah.
sitting there and they're like, oh, well, I would have done it this way.
Yeah.
Yes, but how does that transition into a future with this character, with
Exactly.
this story?
Yeah.
So guys, what do you think of our picks for best and worst? And what were your best and worst? Comment below and let me know. So just in closing, where you can find us online, you can find me on Twitter. Just look for Legally Black MJB. Also on Instagram, you can look for Matthew Bailey Reviews. Also on Facebook, look for Matthew Bailey and a Legally Black blog official fan base, where I put the links to the BS Beats and Bailey podcast that both of us do. I'm also on Stardust as well, trying a little thing. I know she's the queen of Stardust right now.
I wish.
Yeah. Ricardo, where can the folks find you
can
online?
find me at Armedi on Twitter and Ricardo Medina on Facebook.
Yeah, that's it. He just keep it simple. Easy John Connor the group, right? So, Summer, where can we find you online?
I am on YouTube at MovieJunkieForLife, and I'm on Screen Rant. Sorry, what am I saying? Stardust. My mind is going on Screen Rant. I wish I was on Screen Rant. Stardust, Movie Junkies, capital M, capital J. And that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, how can I forget? And I also host a little show on YouTube called What's the Scene?
Yes.
Where I only talk about Marvel movies apparently, because I only talk about one DC movie, and that was Justice League, and that wasn't even like on the channel itself. That was just a Facebook live video. But anyway,
movies are a hot mess.
yes, whatever. But until Ant-Man and Wasp comes out, these are our top 5 best and worst. So don't forget, check it out. Comment below and let me know what were your favorite and least favorites. And don't forget to like and share this video as well. And that's it. So until the next one, what's the scene? Latest.
Bye.
Alright, peace.